Hello. It's been a while since I've done a video. It's because my phone fell apart, so that's why. But here I am. It's Jamar again, and I'm still on my walkabout. I'm here in Las Vegas, New Mexico, and my phone just got a message. And I am at Bodhi Farms. This is one of their chicken tractors. No eggs. And I'll be leaving tomorrow. So yeah, you missed out on all the action. Where have you been? But no, I had a good bit of fun here. They have 12 chicken tractors here and about 60 chickens. 60 chickens. We just made we just put together, it's not complete, but we just put together a new chicken tractor, and you'll see that later. But check out the greenhouses. We call this one Big Green. It has green, 2x4s, and, it's painted inside. And this is Big Red. This is the newest one. And what is my contribution? I like to dig, so this is my contribution. We made I forgot the name. A trail for the water to travel. And see, what happened before I got here, maybe even a few weeks before I got here, maybe even less, maybe a few days, they got a hailstorm and a lot of water. And the water came down from this hill that you're looking at now. And it came down, 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 and it covered all this land. And it got really bad. It was horrible. They lost a lot of their crops, tomato crops and stuff. So he had other woofers here, and they built these trails to make the water go a different area so they can save some of their crops. And then they finished up this right before the last woofers left. But it wasn't defended. So if this happens again, they didn't have this defended so that the water wouldn't damage their crop or their greenhouse. So what I did is I came up with the idea to dig around it and allow the water to flow around it. And I even made it so that right here, if it gets enough water, a little bit of water will go in here to help water the plants, but not too much. But most of the water will travel along this path. And it will go downhill. I put these rocks here so that they can walk on them. See, walk on them without falling in or breaking their ankle. This right here, they're going to cover themselves. He wants to dig more and make this bigger. So, yeah, that's what he's going to do. Also, inside, no, I got another message. It's Amber, I think. No, maybe it's Facebook. But inside this greenhouse is a lot more work that I did. In Jacksonville, the permaculture group that I'm with, when we build swells, well, a swell is a trench. That's what these are. That's what I built around here. So a swell is like a trench that water can pool so that it can maintain water for the plants that it's right next to. So what I did is I dug swells. Why can't you see the swells? Because after I dug the swells, I filled them with wood chips. And these are the wood chips I filled them with. So the wood chips are going to soak up all the water and maintain a moist area for the plants to eat up or to drink up when they get thirsty. It also allows for the water to flow. So if area right here gets too much water, the water will flow right into this swell, this hidden secret swell that I made, and the water will flow downhill, because I made it so that it'll flow downhill towards the trench that I made on the outside. So if it gets too much water in here, the water will go out here, and it won't damage in here. You see? You see? Also, what I did is, in permaculture, it's taught that a forest has it has a giant lake. Is a giant lake, meaning that a lot of water is under the forest, and that's what sustains the forest to be so productive. And so what I did is, when I built the swells, when I got near the middle of this greenhouse, I dug the swells a lot deeper than I would on the edges, so that I can create a kind of like a pool area in this area where there's a lot of water that pools up, but not too much. There's just little spots where the water can pool up more, but it's not too much. Eventually the water will all flow that way. But that's what I did. And the hosts are very happy with what I did. This is where the water would flow from. This is the entrance. All these wood chips are where the water would flow. They have drip lines. So when they turn on the water, normally to water all these, they turn on the water. Sorry about my finger. And these would all fill with water. But this is set up in a way that when it rains, it'll still get watered. Also, the moisture is maintained in this area. I took some pictures. I still haven't posted pictures. I've taken a lot of pictures. I still haven't posted any pictures that I've taken on the YouTube. I haven't gotten into that. I've been so busy doing so much stuff. But yeah, you should have seen it. It was quite some work. Actually, the majority of the things that I've done here, other than maintain the chickens and clean up a lot, was doing this. And I usually like to do a lot more. I did help him build this a little bit on his chicken tractor, but and I came up with some ideas that he used, but unfortunately, I was only able to help mostly with this. I do what I can. So, yep, that's what I did, and it is done. So now we are closing up the greenhouse. This, I don't know why I use this one. It must be, oh, there you go. There you go. And we're done with that. Now let's go see the other one. Look, chicken's out. That one was sick when I got here. She is a lot better now. She wasn't laying any eggs, but she's been free roaming now, and I've been feeding her grasshoppers and worms. Oh, I came up with an idea. Usually he would move these chicken tractors, and that area that he moved them over, that's where the chickens would scratch and build up the soil. These chicken tractors are for building up soil. That's the major reason to have chicken tractors. As you can see, the wheels, tractors, you get it. And what happens is the chicken tractors will roll over the ground where he wants the chickens to eat up, the weeds and whatever. They'll eat them up. They'll poop in that area. And then all of a sudden, stuff will start growing during the warmer temperatures, warmer times. And it's great. You can see a bunch of their poop. But, yeah. Chicken tractors are awesome. Oh, yeah, my idea, though. Forgot. But my idea, what I would do, since I was digging that trench, I was using the shovel a lot. So what I'd do is I would dig a hole where I knew that I was going to move the trench. like dig one hole for every chicken, just a shovel's length of a hole. And then after I dug the hole, what I would do is I would move the chickens over that area. And now the dirt that I dug up would be in for them to access, because there would be worms. There's worms all over the place in this area. Their chicken tractor method is working. So there'd be a lot of worms for the chickens to eat, and then they could use the holes that I made to sit and chill out when it's too warm. And they do that a lot. But right now, it's about to be night. The sun is setting. The sun is already past the trees. It's already setting, so it's about to be night. So I'm glad I remembered to do this, because you would not have known about Bodhi Farms. This Bodhi Farm is very productive here in Las Vegas, New Mexico. It goes over to Santa Fe, makes a lot of revenue. These greenhouses, as you can see, they got multiple. Well, those they call hoops. They even alphabetize them. They're very productive. They need to close that. I'll close that. Might have fell off. Alright, this one's going to be a little bit hard, so with the phone in my hand at least. These, all of them are not exactly engineered professionally done, but they're not exactly engineers, they're inventors, and you do what you can. I think all of us should be inventors. Do what we can, make our environment work for us, and that's what they did here. And I think they've done brilliant work. You know, there's a lot to be said about, there's a lot of people could say negative things about this farm, but I think they've done a lot of great things, and I love their innovation. It's pretty cool. Oh yeah, this right here is soil that they create. Well, this right here is the soil that they create from this right here, which is coconut shavings from the outside of the coconut. They mix it with the soil. This has perlite. It has coconut shavings. It has I forgot it. Perlite, coconut shavings, potting soil, but potting soil is not really descriptive. Potting soil could be anything, but we'll just remember perlite and coconut shavings. These dogs right here are not very friendly. They do not like me. Oh well. Alright, now for the new chicken tractor over here that we are building. This is a new chicken tractor. Now, this one is way better than the old ones. It kind of works like a wheelbarrow. No wheels in the front, just wheels in the back. What you do is you grab the handles and you pick her up right here, just like that, and you roll it back and forth. Now you see I'm moving it with one hand. The other ones you couldn't do that. And that's why this one, well, one of the reasons why this one is so awesome. Also, he made it so that you don't have a big area of opening. You just got a small area to get the eggs for then the nest right here. When you make a chicken tractor, you want to make a small opening for them to get in and make it nice and cozy so that they feel like they're safe. So they'll lay in there and not out here. Don't want any cracked eggs. These wheels, you want them big enough so it'll roll well over different terrain, and that's what he did. As you can see the makeup. You see those triangles? Those triangles are important to maintain stability. Well, not over here, but right over there. Triangles, they maintain stability. so that this thing keeps on rolling without any problems. And it's way better than the other ones. I've pushed the other ones, and there's some that are fairly easy, but compared to this one, it's ridiculous. Now this guy, he's an inventor. I love the way that he thinks. I love inventors. They're problem solvers. He comes up with new ideas just about all the time. And I like that because I like to do that. Come up with new ideas. You know what? It's like I'm feeding off of his energy because I am coming up with new ideas being around him. I even drew a bunch of them out. It's great. It's great. Right down here, he got an axle. Instead of having the wheels connected to the wood like he did with the other ones, we're doing the axle. And with this axle, it rolls a lot better. One thing that the ones with four wheels couldn't do was turn on a dime. And this one here can turn on the dime. You see? See? One hand. Easy. Even someone with half my strength could do that. Probably not as easily, obviously, but still. But here it is. He's an inventor, and this is what he's invented. All right, what else? Arugula. He has a lot of that, and arugula tastes very tasty, and it's a great plant to grow here because a lot of people love it, and not a lot of people are selling it. I'm not really for money, but I understand that this is right now. This is the world we're living in. So, but yeah, here I am in Bodhi Farms. Today is my birthday, October 23rd, and tomorrow I will be leaving and going to southeast of Austin, Texas. It's like an hour, 30 minutes to an hour southeast of Austin, Texas. Something Creek. I forgot. But I'm headed there, and I'll be working with some other hosts for woofing, and hopefully I will make their lives easier. All right, this is Jamar. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.